So guys, it's June the 9th today, welcome back, and just give you a quick update what's going on here in the veg garden up at home. So I've just pulled some radish. These are French breakfast. Look at those, absolutely gorgeous, multi-sown they were, and there's still plenty of, really nice radish to take. I've sown some more actually. But absolutely stunning those. I can actually start to take some of this Lolo Rosso now. Paris Silver Skinner, doing alright. We've got some very cool conditions here at the moment. This is the other multi-sown radish here. These are some multi-sown turnip. And then yesterday I planted out some spring onion just along there, a little row. And then the summer cabbage, they're growing away nicely, and I've actually filled up the bed with some more, I don't know if you can see it, multi-sown beet and multi-sown turnip, so that filled that bed up. And the beets are about maybe a couple of weeks away from the first harvest. I popped some more multi-sown beet in here just to make it up. That's where the spinach was that had gone. I'm going to definitely pull some of that, pick some leaves off this Lolo Rosso here. And the onions are kind of doing alright. They're the few that I didn't get very good germination, but they're growing away okay. And again, I can sort of take some of this chard as well. Moving over onto these Mangetout peas. Just noticed first flowers coming now. If they hadn't have been damaged so much by the sparrows, we would have been probably picking them now, but you can see, so what I've done is I've planted another row there, and I put this kind of, it's an old fire guard round to make like a little cage so they can't get in, and you can just tell by the speed of growth that they're loving it. And again, the French beans are growing slowly again because it's been so cool and breezy. They don't like that at all, but they are growing. And I've got some more coming through, which should take us up to somewhere, just a room for another little row of peas in there, and then that'll be that bed full. The carrots are doing fine. I need to thin those actually. Courgettes again, sort of slow growing because of the cool, but I think they'll be alright. They should make up. And if I just move over to this apple tree, our multi-grafted apple tree. The last video I mentioned about Codling Moth trap, and don't know if you can see in there. There's 3 on the viewfinder, and I think there's another one just in there. So that's 4. There's 4 codling moth in there. So what I did, I just bought. This was my existing trap, and I just bought some new pheromone lures. So even though the weather's been cool, it just shows they are flying around. Right, I'll go and have a quick look in the greenhouse. So things are coming on pretty well. These 2 are red cherry. A mate of mine gave them to me. I didn't actually plant any this year. But you can see this one here has got its second truss, well, in flower, coming into flower. There's the 3rd truss there, so it's growing very well. That one there's just got its first truss opening now, and then these are the Crimson Crush. I mean, what a difference since when I planted them out. They were so spindly and everything, but they've really beefed up now, and I think, yeah, there's probably a truss I can see. Yeah, there's the first truss sort of emerging in there. And then these are the bell peppers. They're not the full size, they're sort of more of the elongated one, but any pepper is good. And then we've got some basil. I've got some more actually to put in as well. So all's growing well in here. So in the frames, those are the other herbs. So that's coriander at the back, and then that's basil there. Funnily enough, they seemed to germinate better once the temperature had dropped, which quite surprised me. Anyway, that's the next lot of dwarf French beans, variety Ferrari there coming through. I've just sown some more spring onion, white Lisbon, That is a cheeky curry squash. I'm not putting them out because it's just too cold. And here is that's coriander. I was hoping to get some seed off it, maybe. And you can see at the back, spring onion coming through. This is little gem lettuce, and that is January King cabbage. That's my kale. That'll probably go out next week. These are the little asparagus seedlings I potted up. They're looking alright. And that's more a cheeky curry squash. That's one of the fig cuttings I took. I potted that up. And just some more peppers here, which I say once I've got this out of the way, I think I'm going to plant them in this frame. So I just wanted to show you the fig again. I'm hoping you can see that's got a lot of figs on. Some really nice looking figs coming along now. So it's usually around sort of mid-August time, I think, when they're ready. You know, it's all dependent on the weather obviously, but yeah, that'll be good. Oh, and I've got some parsley here that I'm letting it run to flout to seed. I want to save some seed off that because it's, you know, it's been, I've had that now about 2 years or something, so I think it'll be good to save some seed off that. On the asparagus bed you can see how much that's grown now. It's done really well, but I mentioned that I thought there was one of the crowns had died. Well, actually you can see just here it didn't die, it came back, which is nice. I did plant a little seedling. I don't think it'll make any problems, but it's nice to see that that crown had come back anyway. It just took longer to come through, that's all. Just a quick look at the blueberries. As you can see, they're loaded. They've got plenty of fruit on. So at some point we need to get these netted, you know, and I need to give them a supplement feed as well, so that's another little job to do. So it's the 10th of June. I just wanted to give you a quick update down here on the micro orchard. So these are 2 rows of Sarpamira, first time I've grown those, and these are my first early here, Rocket. I think they're about 5 weeks away now from harvest, 100 days from sowing. And this one's Nicola, that's about I think 120 days. You can see this lovely flowers on this thornless blackberry here. Pear is setting some nice fruit. When you get this secondary blossom, I think it's just down to kind of crazy weather. You just want to remove that because it's not going to do anything, you know. So you can see what I'll have to do is spend a bit of time, just go around, nip it all off. It's just going to waste energy at this point now. So we've had some very gusty winds, and dear me, yeah, I just came down the other day and tied these up. It snapped that one off. It's so frustrating. Hopefully it'll come back anyway, because it's not all. I'll have to come and tie them up, but you can see it's generally looking fine. It's just the wind as the supposed rot-proof string has rotted. But I'm not sure. I think there's one here that's getting eaten. There, something's nibbling away at it. But other than that, every crown's come back, which I'm happy about. Then the is it Griselle, I think, French shallot here, looking a bit wind battered, but I'm sure they'll be fine. And that's the elephant garlic, looking pretty good actually. Probably another month before I lift that, I would guess. And then you can see the loganberry there, got a ton of fruit on it. So again, at some point I will push the new canes to one side and then put a net over that. And that's what will happen with that. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the codling moth trap. So this was the new trap I bought, and yep, it's definitely working. I don't know whether you can see there, but there's about 4 moths in there now, so it's doing its job. Hope you can see that. So very happy with that. The pink cuttings I took last year, there's 2 or 3 not taken, so I'll have to replant, but the others, they're growing well, they're growing nice. And if I just come over here, this is the old pink bed. I'm going to cut some of these, take them home before they get absolutely trashed by the weather. It's so cool, it really is. It's very unseasonal. And Comfrey is coming back, so at some point I'll take a second cut of that. And then basically it's just now wandering around, kind of checking the fruit trees. You know, some trees have got a very good fruit set on. Others are, you know, not so good, but that's how it works really. Rhubarb's looking alright. So yeah, I mean this tree for example I grafted over to Kingston Black. Last year it had quite a lot on. This year, nothing. But that's what happens. I need to prune these growths away. These are coming from the rootstock, so you just want to cut those off. Don't let them grow up too far. That's got a good fruit set on. So by the end of the month, you know, I'll need to be going around and thinning all these fruits out. 2 to a spur is generally what I do. That's the Logan, sorry, not Loganberry, this is Tayberry. So I guess what birds are doing is perching and crapping. Again, I'm going to net that at some point, you know. But it's all looking pretty good. So more asparagus here. I'll kind of tie that up, try and support it a bit more. But on here, every crown has come back. I mean, you can see some fresh growth here now coming. I can see at least 3 new shoots coming on this one. And seemingly this is a tiny little spear, but you know, it's growing, so there may be something else coming after that one, but it's nice that they've all come back. A little bit of, I'm not sure whether that's scorch or what that is. It's funny how it's just affected this part here. Don't know what that's about really. But anyway, I mean, look at this pear tree, as I was saying before, it's trying to blossom again. So I'll just go around and just remove those. But that's it guys, just wanted to update you as to what's happening down here on the micro orchard. So I will catch you later. So it's June the 14th, just another quick update now. So we've got the blueberries netted. So that's good, they've got a good set of fruit on. I put some fleece over the French beans just because it's been so cold and horrible. Yeah, they just need protection, and I put it sort of up where these peas are because the sparrows have just been, they actually came and managed to start pecking through this grid. So I just put that on there to try and protect them a little bit more. I mean, you can see they're growing pretty well. But if you compare, you know, I mean, the damage is, they're just relentless. They're absolutely relentless. Anyway, we're going to get something off them, so just and so starting now. So that's that. I showed you the summer cabbage, they're doing fine. I've got my kale planted out now, that's netted over, so there's 10 plants in there, that'll be absolutely more than enough. And if I just spin you around, what was it on here? Mostly sort of salads really, spring onion, turnip, more multi-sown radish, more onions, Oloroso lettuce. This was a double row of multi-sown radish which I've almost used now, so I think I'll just be putting lettuce or spring onion in there or something like that. Here's the next row of peas coming, and then these leeks, as soon as my first earlies come out in probably about a month's time, they'll be going in straight away following the spuds. In this frame I've actually planted some little gem lettuces. There's one or two left over, and that's Savoy cabbage there for later on in the year, so obviously once those get a bit bigger I'll pot them on. And then in this one I'm still waiting for the, I feel it's still too windy and cold for the squash to go out, so I'm just kind of hanging on. This is the next lot of French beans to go out, and we've got the basil to be planted yet in the greenhouse. Planted out my coriander, so that's pretty good. That's another tray of spring onion. And then, like I was saying, I'm going to plant the bell peppers in this frame, just see how they go on. So those French beans, once I get those in there with that other row of peas, that'll be that bed planted, and we'll all be fully planted up. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks as always for your support, I do appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.